Let's get these all guys back in their flats.
Do you want to get back in your flat?
This video, unfortunately, has a familiar start. A cop on body cam being called to a violent, high-stress situation. Where things get a bit different is the ending.
Come and stab us. Can you get firearms here, please? Get in the cars, guys. No, 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 no. Get the knives away! Get the knives away! Get the knives away!
Yeah, that was a taser he heard, not a gunshot. So, to recap, man attacks partner and lunges at cops with 3 knives, is taken down successfully with a taser, officer receives commendation. Meanwhile, you may recall the controversy and protests over Walter Wallace Jr. from last year, when cops fatally shot the man holding a knife during what his family said was a mental health breakdown.
Put the knife down now! Put the knife!
Both videos feature police yelling at men with knives in hand, but only one of them ends with a man dead, shot 14 times. Of course, one story takes place in Bristol, England, while the other in Philadelphia. But what is it about these places, racially, socioeconomically, and ideologically, that turns the very same situation into 2 very, very different stories? Looking at the statistics for police killings in different countries, it was, if not shocking, then appalling how much America has every other country beat. Like, I couldn't even see England on that chart at first, so I decided that I had to get to the bottom of this. And as if to add insult to injury, the first thing I saw was a story on a man in England who stabbed an officer in the face with a pen, and lived to tell the tale.
Stay still, Rachel! Look down at your chest, you got a taser. Point at your chest. Stand still. Taser! Taser! Get down! Get down! Taser!
Unlike in America, where the headline would instead be something like, unarmed man shot by police while digging in his pocket for a pen. Maybe it's how they're trained? In the UK, becoming a police officer is a years-long journey. Since the start of 2020, all new police officers in England and Wales are required to be educated to degree level. But not just any degree, it has to be one accredited by the College of Policing. Yes, the College of Policing. And if your first thought was, wow, that sounds great, why don't we have that in America? Well, I don't know, talk to the NRA or something. But the syllabus sounds great, reportedly going over the law, safeguarding the vulnerable, understanding how an officer behaves on the street, and how to build trust by interacting well with communities. Wonderful! Another difference? In the US, nearly all police officers are armed with semi-automatic pistols. Meanwhile, 90% of police in the UK don't carry guns. An intentional move by the government to build trust with citizens and cops, part of an approach they call policing by consent. Wait, policing by consent? Yeah. Long story short, it's derived from Sir Robert Peel, the father of modern policing, and his 9 principles of policing, which include preventing crime and disorder as an alternative to their repression by military force and severity of legal punishment, and to recognize always that the power of the police to fulfill their functions and duties is dependent on public approval of their existence, actions, and behavior, and on their ability to secure and maintain public respect. Man, I actually like these cops. Can we stick this somewhere permanently? Like the 10 Commandments or something? In the US, police training mandates vary state by state, but many states only require 10 to 15 weeks of training, and some states allow officers to start working and shooting before even completing state-mandated training. Like in Arkansas, where law states that a person can work as a police officer for up to 9 months before they're required to complete the state's 3-month training course. Wait, 9 months? 3 months? So, what does this all say? Well, last year, the UK saw 4 people killed at the hands of police, and that's high for them. Meanwhile, the US sees well over 1,000 deaths by cop per year. Per year. Sure, there are other elements at play here, like the lack of free mental health help in the US, which the national health system in the UK also has, by the way, and of course, racial bias. But I think there's a solid argument for de-arming police to move toward a place where death by cop isn't a leading cause of death for young men of color. And let us know any suggestions you have to bring our policing system closer to our peers from across the pond.